Hey everyone, I have a treat for you today. We are going to St. Augustine, Florida with Shelby Hodges, and she's going to tell us all about St. Augustine, all about her, all about the way she does business, and I am so excited. So, welcome to our video show podcast. How are you today?
I'm good. Thank you so much for having me.
I'm so happy to have you. So basically, this is all about you, all about St. Augustine. So I want people to envision themselves living in your area. So first question I have for you is, what is your background, where you went to school, where you were brought up, how long you've been in St. Augustine, and why you got into real estate? So let's start there.
Okay, awesome. Yes, so I'm actually a St. Augustine native.
Nice. Well, there's not a lot of natives, are there?
There's like a hidden secret amount of us. We just kind of lay low. I grew up here my whole life. I moved away when I was 17. I went to Florida State University in Tallahassee. Then I kind of traveled all over the world. I lived in Florence, Italy, San Clemente, California. I did my college internship at the Nuclear Submarine Naval Base in Kings Bay, Georgia. So my background's in event planning. And then I moved down to Palm Beach for 5 years, had a handful of jobs down there. I was a legal assistant for a criminal defense attorney. I was a contracts administrator for a hospital and 5 imaging centers. And then I worked at the Breakers doing sales and reservations. So fast forward, moved back about 11 years ago to St. Augustine. And my dad, actually, I'm a second generation realtor. My dad started a real estate company in town and was like, just give it a try. I was anti the idea because I was like, I'm not staying in my hometown. You're crazy. Well, apparently our hometown had grown by almost like 3 times the size by the time I moved back. So I gave it a try. My dad was like, nepotism is a very real thing. And it's a very small town. So you're not getting any leads from me. So I never got a single lead. I worked for him for about 8 years and got to be number 2 in our company there.
Fantastic.
So it was wild. Great. I'm also like the overly social butterfly. So in the 6th grade, I made a pact with myself to try to meet every other 6th grader. So by the time I went to high school, I would know everyone. And I just loved people. So I had so much fun doing it. I've been a bridesmaid 14 times.
Wow, that's a history there, right there. Oh my goodness.
I just love loving on people. And so in real estate, I would do probably 3 to 4 open houses a weekend. Never paid for leads, anything. And then COVID obviously happened. And pre-COVID, 2019, I did about 4 million in sales and 18 transactions. And then my husband and I got married in 2019. We're like, 2020, we are going to focus and hit the ground running and save money because we wanted to start a family. Well, then COVID happened. In Florida, we were known as essential workers because we were providing shelter. So all we did was work that whole year. And I went from doing 4 million in sales to 20 million in sales the next year.
Wow, good girl.
18 transactions to 68 transactions.
Wow.
So it was wild. And we just thought it was like a COVID fluke. Well, then the next year we did 20 million. The next year after that, we did 21. My dad sold the company, but stayed on to manage. And I was like, I've never looked around real estate wise. Mm-hmm. So Coldwell Banker didn't have a cap at the time where I was. And I love them. They're great. But it was like I was paying all this money, but not getting any referrals or anything like that. So I interviewed around with some great companies, kind of fell in love with Keller Williams and their models and everything like that. So switched to Keller about 3 years ago. Started a team, which I was like so nervous to do, but they were great to set that up. And we hired buyer's agents, an executive assistant, transaction coordinator. In those 3.5 years, I've had 4 children.
Wow.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah. So we have a 3-year-old daughter. We have twin boys that are 2 and a 10-month-old daughter today. So systems were a lifesaver. And I would say last year, our goal was to sell 25 million in sales, and we hit just under 39 million.
Fantastic. Yeah. Wow. So you're a busy person and you're a busy mom.
Yes.
So what I see about you is you're a social butterfly. you love talking to people. Your background is in service. You're well traveled, so that you're able to help people that are coming into St. Augustine to purchase property. So now, what part of St. Augustine do you live in? Like, what areas do you cover?
Yeah, so St. Augustine is the nation's oldest city, fun fact.
Yes.
So we have our historic downtown area. I personally live on Anastasia Island, which is the island. And then we have the mainland. So St. Augustine is in St. Johns County. And so when I moved back 10 years ago, people were like, well, I want to look in St. John's. And I was like, well, yeah, that's the county. And they were like, no, the city. So we've grown immensely. So we have St. John's, we have Palencia, Nocatee, all over. So we cover all St. Johns County. We also cover Flagler County and southern parts of Duval, also Clay County and Putnam.
That's fantastic. So how do you love living on an island?
I love it. I grew up on the island, so I'm like, that's my happy place. We walk to local restaurants. We have the farmers market every Saturday at the amphitheater. It's just low key. I only own dresses like my whole life. I'm a terrible girl. So like, if you just pick a dress, you don't have to match things. Like, we're good. So that's how I've always been. But yeah, I love it so much.
That's fantastic. I love your energy and everything about it. And having 4 kids under, oh my gosh, I can't even comprehend. Like, that is a busy life, and you're able to have this great business, busy life, and still spend a lot of time with your family, which is amazing. So tell us about like average home prices. Do you sell condos? Do you sell houses? What is the difference if they're on the beach? What, kind of started.
So St. Johns County, the average price point's around like $420 right now.
Okay.
We are grateful for any and every referral we get. So like, for instance, I have a $4,000 lot right now under contract, and we also have a $1.4 million property under contract. So we are grateful for any and every referral we get. We don't do commercial at all. We have a referral partner for that. But we have a lot of luxury listings. We're very blessed there. Condos, townhomes, vacant land, residential, luxury. We try to do all of it, but treat everybody the same. So even if you're a vacant lot, you're getting photos, a drone, like everybody gets the full package. And we're just super grateful because we're 100% referral based. So we treat everybody like they're the most important customer. And I'm also a terrible liar. So if people come to me and they're we had a sweet listing appointment last week, and the gentleman was like, well, this realtor said they'd reduce their commission to this point, like 3.5%. And I was like, well, you didn't even remember their name. So why are you even talking to me then? And he was like, oh, good point. So people know if they come with us, we're not good liars. We try to make our hometown your hometown. And yeah, which is
I love it. I just feel the energy. I feel the family. I feel the orientation there. What are the most desirable areas when people are coming, and why are they coming to St. Augustine?
Absolutely. So that's kind of like a 3-part question. So St. Johns County is, in the past 10 years, we've been the #1 school district for like 7 of 10 of them, in Florida. So if you're coming for family, North St. Johns County has newer schools that are phenomenal. I personally am a South St. Johns County girl, and I think I turned out okay, but school rating wise, the North has phenomenal schools. If you're looking for an investment property, we have 2 seasons in St. Augustine. So we have November till about February is our snowbird season. And then we have about end of May to Labor Day is kind of like beach reunions, things like that. So investor wise, it's great. We have obviously the historic district. So downtown, short-term rentals are huge there. And then on the beach, condos, are thriving. So then also, if you just want like a laid back life, like you go to the island and you can bike anywhere, like St. Johns County was actually one of the most fit counties too, as well. So people care about their health, their lifestyle, just it's a island time is very applicable.
It's all about lifestyle.
Yeah.
Okay. So if someone's coming to your area and they're coming from, I don't know, California, Texas, New York, I don't know, Maine or whatever, what are the challenges that you guys have?
Good question. I think obviously the ones that jump out for anyone for Florida are going to be hurricanes or alligators every time. Let's be honest.
Hurricanes and alligators. I love that.
So St. Augustine is the home of the alligator farm. So we welcome alligators We also eat them a good bit in our restaurants, just like a chewy or chicken. But so alligators here are a big concern that people worry about if they're in a body of water, what happens, things like that. Hurricanes too, obviously. So where St. Augustine's located, it's actually like on a little bit of a cusp of the state. So we don't ever get, knock on wood, direct hits. We do have flooding issues for sure, but that would be kind of in low-lying areas just because the island used to be a sand dune back in the day. So I would say those are the two biggest concerns. But otherwise, and the heat. I mean, it's hot, but we do have season-ish for like a solid 2 weeks. We can wear boots, so it's pretty exciting.
Oh, that is exciting that you actually can wear some boots sometimes, because in Florida you never see that. But only what is it, like 70 degrees and you're wearing boots or something like
Oh,
that?
if it's below 70, I will 100% rock boots. I'm like, yeah, no, absolutely not. So it's nice. I used to live in South Florida and there was like no season. So I would come back up and I'd be like, I'm freezing. It's in the 40s. How do you guys live like this? And now it's 4 kids, and we actually have Bernese mountain dogs. So we love when it's cold for them too.
Oh, nice. I love that. Okay, so what are some of the companies that are close by, or what kind of industries are driving your area besides tourism? Because we know tourism is a big thing, but what else is driving the economy in your area?
Yeah. Right now we're actually having a lot of hospitals are being built. So we have about 4 to 5 hospitals in our area up and coming. And then we also have Jackson Naval Base, which is only about an hour and 15. So a lot of people do the commute. Daytona also is only 45 minutes away. And then obviously you have Disney World, which is an hour and a half, hour and 45. So lots of options work-wise, and it's just our county is growing so rapidly that a lot of larger companies are starting to come down here more so. Obviously, there's lots of jobs out there right now, so it's just how much people want to work and what they want to do. But yeah, I would say obviously tourism is our number one, but just school, lifestyle. A lot of people work from home. So ever since COVID, we saw like typically our county grew anywhere from 3 to 7%. And in COVID, it grew 27% year over year.
Wow. Yeah. No, I
So
mean,
we had a rapid increase.
I love that. Okay, so we were talking about what kind of activities do people, you say it's very healthy. So what are some of your favorite activities or activities that people do on the island there?
Yeah, beach volleyball is my heart. I love beach volleyball. Yeah, big beach volleyball girl now. Obviously, pickleball is really taking off.
Yes.
It has been for the past year and a half. Yeah, kayaking, boating, paddleboarding, anything on the water outside's big. We go fishing a lot. I have a group of girlfriends. We try to fish at least once a month, inshore. You could do offshore fishing, pretty much anything outside. People go to the beach all the time. You can, we're actually one of the beaches you can drive onto too. So that's nice to go convenience wise if you have 4-wheel drive, and just get your family in, out, all the things.
Okay, cool. So, all right, just tell us a little bit about the climate, because you do get cold a little bit. So, kind of tell our viewers what the temperature could be in certain.
Yeah, absolutely. So I think we got down to a solid 27, maybe there was one night. So it was exciting for us. But you typically have starting in February, January-ish, it'll get down 40s and 50s for about anywhere from 1 week to 2 months at most in the past 10 years. So just enough to be cold. We also have the Night of Lights in St. Augustine. So we are actually top 15 in the world for Christmas lights. So they just reduced the time frame a little bit, but I want to say it's end of November till the first week of January. And it is like Disney World downtown, like wild. You can take train rides, and the trolleys have little glasses that make all the lights look like snowflakes. So huge for Christmas, just a fun family outing to go through. Yeah.
Lots of activities. So like I know you mentioned like farmers markets, and I could just see like all the fresh fruits and seafood and things at the markets around town.
Oh,
and I think that that's what drives people, is really the lifestyle that you guys have here. All right. So what about culture, like museums, music, where are you going for that? And sports?
Okay, so we have our amphitheater is actually now worldwide known. It's St. Augustine Amphitheater. It's an outdoor amphitheater. Acts from all over come. Our downtown historic district's really great. They, in the sense of they organize outside concerts on Francis Field. So for instance, like 10 years ago, Mumford and Sons did their whole nationwide tour with only so many stops, they shut down downtown St. Augustine, and it was a 3-day festival just for Mumford and Son. Like no driving on the streets, anything. So that was really cool. Lots of live music downtown. We have the Pirates Museum. You have like a little pirate ship that kids can go on when they come visit, and it's like a pirate reenactment.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and they have like boats shooting at each other, and it's adorable. And then we also have the fort downtown, which is huge. So lots of reenacting, so much culture. We have the Fountain of Youth, which you go and drink to stay young.
Okay.
Oh,
yeah, I should go down there. Let's take a ride to St. Augustine to do that. Sounds good. That sounds good. So, so you say that a lot of people that are in your area like work from home or close to home. So what about commuting? Is there any commuting traffic issues or anything, or it's just so laid back?
It depends on who you ask. So if you have people that have transplanted or relocated here from a big city, they would be like, good joke. Neighborhood people were like, what is this traffic? So it's definitely increased for our standards in the past 15 years, but is it unbearable? I personally don't think so. Are there snooty people on the island like myself who are like, don't make us cross the bridge? Possibly, yes. But overall, it's not too terrible.
So do you have like a lot of golf cart communities, or?
Not in southern St. Johns County, but in northern St. Johns County, definitely. The newer ones are a little more up to date. We only have like 1 or 2 golf course communities.
It's very interesting because it's like certain parts of Florida, certain parts of Georgia. It's like very random. It's so interesting because when you talk about golf carts, because some people are like, oh yes, we use our golf cart all the time, and people are like, what are you talking about? Like,
on the island, a lot of people like bring their surfboards with their golf carts, or like e-bikes are now a big thing on the island. So
well, e-bikes are great. I think e-bikes are wonderful. Like, because you get exercise, but you could, if you're going up a big hill, I don't know that there's any big hills in Florida, but I know that if you're on an e-bike and like here, everything's like hilly and you're like, oh Lord, it's hard. So having an e-bike is just that extra little help there.
Through the sand, I don't know how good they are, but
so I think we all know what you're doing outside of real estate is spending time with your family and your children. But what else? I mean, you talked about fishing. What else do you really like to do outside of real estate?
So I am a huge friends person, love spending time with friends. Right now we're actually building a new house right next to our current house.
Oh, nice.
And then I'm actually traveling a good bit for work now. So I joked with everyone in Keller Williams that, I was pregnant for 3 years, so I couldn't network or be social or do anything. And now I made up for lost time. So went to Chicago for the KWYP summit. I'm going to San Antonio for my first ever mega camp.
See you.
So super excited. Yes. I'm like learning the ways now of like marketing and networking in real estate that I didn't even know were possible. So just loving that, like doing one-to-ones. I'm in a networking group called BNI, so huge with that. It's so fun. So just meeting as many interesting and different people to start building connections, really.
Right. Real estate is all about connections anyway, right? It's all about how you treat people, how you give them a customer experience, and everything. Like I put myself around people like you, like me, that our business is referral based. And it's the customer experience, and you just have it all. I mean, and then you're juggling those kids. I don't even know how you do it. And
my husband, shout out, he's stay-at-home dad. He is phenomenal. So we give him so much praise. And
so what did he do before he became a stay-at-home dad?
He's from Delaware originally. When I met him, he was a firefighter. So he did that for about 5 years. And then once COVID happened, he kind of backed out of that a little bit because it was getting a little crazy, and started his own handyman renovation company.
Nice.
And then once we had our first daughter, I was like, you should just probably stay home because that would be so much easier. So he did for a while. And then the babies we did IVF for the first 3, and then our newest was a surprise. So
that is so exciting. Like, that's amazing. That's an amazing story right then and there, because you never thought that you could. And then all of a sudden, there you go. It sounds like
you hear about the statistics. You just don't think you're going to be one. Like everyone's like, oh, that happened to my friend. I'm like, wouldn't that be wild? And then it was wild. So
and then you have twins, right?
Yeah, we found out about Collins, our youngest daughter, when our twins were 6 months old.
Wow. Well, there you go.
It was a fun surprise.
Now, I know you're well traveled and you've traveled around the world. What are some of your favorite spots, or maybe somewhere you want to go, like one of your bucket lists?
Yeah. My husband and I were very like, we were the obnoxious travelers for a little while. Like,
Uh-huh.
people would literally like, oh, where are you going this weekend? And we would be like, no, Australia. So we made sure that we knocked out all the big places we wanted to go before we have kids, because we knew we wanted a big family. So Lofoten Islands in Norway is one of my favorite places. It's
Yes.
stunningly
Beautiful.
gorgeous. I studied abroad in Florence, Italy. So I love Florence. I will always have a special place in my heart. And then I would say Costa Rica. We go to Tamarindo a good bit, and it's just
Uh-huh.
laid back, relaxed. So places I'd still want to go. I want to do Asia at some point. That was the only continent we really hadn't been to too much of. So we loved Australia. Like, it's just, I miss traveling already. So I'm like, how soon can we get 4 kids on a plane internationally? Like, let's go.
You can do
Oh,
that. It's, you know what I mean? It's like,
yeah.
and it's so great for the kids because
Oh, yeah.
they really like I only have one, but our daughter, she traveled a lot all around the world with us and so well traveled and just really just enjoyed it. And I could just see you taking all those. I mean, you're organized. You can get them all and just get them moving. And
We
you know
brought
what?
the twins to Costa Rica already. New baby Collins. She's the only one. I'm like, but we're building the house now. So I'm like, oh, we gotta leverage it a
Well, you know,
little.
give them a little time to grow up just a little bit, then you can travel. But I love
Yeah.
that. Asia's amazing. We've been to a lot of places in Asia.
Okay.
It's just a
Well, I'll
long
have to
flight.
pick your
So
brain
when
then.
you have, you know, you have little ones. So I think Europe's a good place to start for the
Mhm.
travel because it's not too bad with the time difference or whatever. And
Yeah.
then as you get, you know, as they get a little older, then you can go to those bigger places like, you know, Australia and Africa and
Mhm.
things and Asia because
Yeah.
Asia's really there's nothing like Asia. Asia's pretty incredible. So I think you need to keep it on your list. So but you
100%.
have youngies. You have youngies. I don't even have youngies. I mean, I have olds, but you have young ones. So enjoy your life while you can. So I love that. So what I just see about you is that you've built this business. Yes, you came from a background of real estate, a little bit from your dad, but you did
Mhm.
everything on your own. You persevered. Your business is totally referral based.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, you know all about juggling kids and lifestyle and everything else, and you're able to spend so much time with your family and have a thriving business, which is incredible and amazing. And we all admire that.
Thank
So I
you.
do have like one more question for you. And
Yeah.
that question is, we all have these amazing agents, amazing clients that we've worked with, right?
Mhm.
Tell us about one story about someone that hit your heart, like one of your clients that you just want to tell our viewers about their situation. I know we have like tons of them, but just one.
Huh. Well, I mean, so we joke around with our customers, and it's like, if our personalities don't work out, like, no hard feelings. Cause like, when you work with us, like, you're family, like,
Yes.
you're probably going to meet all of our kids. You're probably going to hold somebody, like, you're invited over anytime. Like, so when we commit, like, we overcommit. And I always tease people, like, okay, like, if you work with us, like, I need to know your birthday. I need to know your favorite color. Like, cause we do customer appreciation events. We do all the things. So, I have actually super sweet customers that come down from Georgia. They were 1031 exchange buyers, and now they are Grandma Yvonne, like, and Grandpa Joe, and they
Oh, I
give us
love
gifts.
that.
Like, every baby, she hand makes little blankets for us with their names and birthdays. And my kids know Grandma Yvonne. Like, when she's in town, like, we make sure to see her. So it's just one of those things where, like, always making sure like your customer feels like the most important person, because they are for every transaction. Like, and I think whenever you get those customers that don't respect boundaries or things like that, like, we're just very transparent of like, now with my family, like, I probably won't answer my phone from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. every night, because those are
Of
the only 2 hours,
course.
yeah, that I get to see my kids. So if someone's like, well, X, Y, and Z, I'll just say, hey, I'm super sorry, but like, I'm not that sorry because my kids are here. So I can call you after. And if this is important, like, leave a message. But we are just super blessed in the sense of we have so many great customers that, like, I could go on for days and days, but we just make you family. And
And I
our
think that
wedding
you've really pushed that, like
happened.
how passionate you are and everything that you've said in our conversation. I think everyone gets that. And I think that that's what's so important, that when you're looking to work with someone, you have to have that connection with them. And you have it. I mean, you have it going on, girl. You have it all going on. So
Yeah.
just one more thing. Is there anything that we talked that we didn't discuss that you want to tell people about St. Augustine or about you, how you do business?
I would just say come visit. I think it's like a little slice of heaven that people don't really know about.
Well, I'm coming to visit. I'm going to be Auntie Mary. Okay.
We have enough kids. Come on. No, so my background's event planning, and I just love like making people feel welcome, because I've lived everywhere and I didn't always feel welcome places. So I know when people relocate here, like they look for networks and groups. Like it is like, even in high school, I had so much fun when a new person would come to school, because I'd be like, oh, what do you like to do? Let me find your friends. Da, 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 da. So I actually have like a restaurant list that I give to people. Like if we're downtown and we hear people visiting, I'm like, ooh, where are you going to go to eat? Like I'm 800 pounds at heart. So I will like text a complete stranger our restaurant list or like things to do. So anyone that's watching or whatnot, like reach out if you need recommendations for literally anything. Like we call our buyer's agents buyer's concierge, because it should be a one-stop shop. So like if you need, a therapist, call me. I'll get you somebody tomorrow. Like if you need a painter, if you need a bounce house person, like we should be the people that facilitate your lifestyle here. So it's not just a realtor. It's like a lifestyle manager. Like that's what we love. Like I've had realtors reach out that are like, hey, I can't find a plumber for at least 2 weeks. And then I call one of my like hometown native friends and I'm like, can you help? And they're there the next day or within an hour. So it's just about how you treat people and connections. And I think it's super important, but I just love teaching people about St. Augustine because there's so many cool little hidden gems of it.
I mean, I love it. And I have loved this conversation because I have so much energy like you do. And I just love that how you're just so passionate about how you just adore everyone and stuff. And I'm coming down when that new house is
built. Don't talk about it. Be about it. We're invited.
Babies. I want to play with all of them. Like I love to swim with little kids. Oh, I'm going to have so much fun. I can just,
I'm going to hold you to it now.
I will, girl. I will. I mean, it's not that bad of a drive from Georgia, or I could just fly there. So it's no big deal.
100%.
And I'll come visit. So anyway, everybody, you are looking at St. Augustine. You're looking at the queen gem here in St. Augustine, Shelby, and you just have to reach out to her. So thank you so much for being and just spending time with us and telling all about you and all about your business. We really enjoyed it.
Thank you for having me. I loved it.